Hello and welcome. We're going to be continuing our journey today with our din choice from the comments, or at least the most popular. So I wanted to give a shout out to Luna Lopez for the din names, and I also wanted to give a shout out to Ice Dragon Star Moon for the original pup names from the original pack that we created in the previous series with Star and Spruce and their pups. Most of her names were used as the pups names, and I wanted to thank them for the support. We have our response as it seemed more popular, so please leave a like and subscribe. Alright, so last time we left off, I gave y'all 3 options, and there were some comments and suggestions, but overall the third option seems to have gotten the most popularity. So we are going to be choosing the third option, which is the tree din. These are very rare, and I've not yet had a tree din, so I am going to be quite excited to have one. But I'm going to go mark the territory around it and get ready for spring, so I'll be back in a bit. I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Something has changed since we last played, and that's when you're creating a scent post, a new musical note will play. And you'll see that in just a moment. But essentially, that is how you know you've created a scent post, which is very useful. So I'm going to accumulate as much territory around my new den as possible, and then we'll be back. Alright, I'm back, and I wanted to show you another new thing. Again, dealing with sound. I found another den, and you will see when I come up to it, it will do that, instead of the old sound it made when I found a new den. So I will be back later. Right, so I am now transitioning into the choose a din stage that I've established the territory. And we're gonna go ahead and do that. But also in the process of doing so, I am probably going to show off another new feature, so this is just a fair warning. Hey guys, I just wanted to stop and show you one of the most prettiest features I've seen so far. And this is essentially what it looks like when the ice is melting. And you can see there's water, but there's cracked ice underneath, and there's also glaciers just floating in the middle of this. Pretty unique, but yeah, I'll continue on with gameplay. Alright, I'm not sure if you just saw that message, but unfortunately, in the name of a new feature I've been meaning to show y'all for a while, yeah. Let's just say Bracken is possibly about to die. But, yes, this is why I said don't get too attached. This is also why I didn't choose a mate with particularly good genetics, because I knew what was going to happen next. So I am very sorry to say that Bracken will probably be ceasing to exist rather soon. I will let y'all know when that happens, and will not I will spare y'all the heartbreaking events that will probably happen next. For the most part. Okay, that mule deer just definitely did something unusual with the I hate to have to tell y'all, but something may have possibly occurred. So this is one of the reasons why I did not want y'all to get too attached to Bracken and why I didn't look for a best genetics of a mate. Because I needed to show off a new feature. Now in the previous game, when your mate died, you had to completely reload a save, even if it was in a tricky situation, which can be quite difficult. So the devs decided if there is a possibility your mate were to happenly die in the new permadeath mode, we're gonna go ahead and give you a quest in Slough Creek to find a new mate. So it says while you grieve the loss of your mate, you probably don't want to raise your pups alone. A few dispersal wolves will still roam the area, so try to find one and persuade it to become your new mate. So this enters a new Find a Mate quest, and this is what we'll be doing. Rip to Bracken. May you rest in peace. We'll give him another chance one day, but in the meantime, we're going to find a new mate. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So it says how to find a new mate. Howling may attract nearby wolves to come visit you. You can use emotes to persuade other wolves to enter courtship, and basically complete the subquest by getting a mate. So I'm going to click yes, and it says your mate Bracken starved to death. Yeah, the things we do. In the name of a new feature, I have shown y'all what has happened. Someone did ask me in the comment sections why I, oh there they are, why I chose that specific wolf, and well, that was the reason. Because, well, yeah. I'm not gonna go into details how depressing that was to watch him slowly starve to death. I think I might cut this bit out, maybe. Anyway, so I'm going to get a new mate now. Now, neither of these two are really that great, so I may go ahead and find a different mate. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go look for a different one. Okay, so I'm going to go mark my territory and find a new mate, and when I find one that will suit our needs, I will show y'all. Alright, so I don't want to really waste any more time, so I am gonna go ahead and choose a mate. So one out of these two will be my new mate for now. I should probably choose, actually it doesn't really matter which one I choose at this point, simply because I've already had a mate and I'm currently in the process of having pups, in a sense. Alright, so due to the imminent coming of my pups, it says given the circumstances, the two of you can become mates immediately. So unlike the previous hunting and trial, where after you bonded you would be doing that, you actually become immediately, you basically get a new mate immediately. So yeah. I am gonna go ahead and name this mate, and I'm gonna call them Thorn, because that works. So now that I've found a new mate, I can continue my quest, as I had previously. So, as we mentioned in the previous episode, I have been looking at the comments, and option 3, again, was the most popular. So now that we have marked the area around the specific den, we're gonna go ahead and go claim it. I may do a real quick speed through till I get to my den. Alright, so we're at our den site. Yeah, this is option 3, and so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and reevaluate the den. And thank you, Lena Lopez, for the den names. I have officially decided on one of the names you mentioned in the comment section. Thanks a lot. It's actually a pretty great name. Really glad for sport again. So yeah. Transition time. Alright, wow, we have a very small litter. This was a bit unexpected, but it's definitely going to be easier to keep them alive. That sounds terrible. Alright, so we have Sundown 2 female, Sundown 2M, and Sundown 3M. This is going to make naming the pups a little bit different, but not quite so. It just means that there's less options. So there's 1 female and 2 males. You can see my mate there in the background, just keeping an eye on them. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep the ID tags. So I basically know which one's which. So I will either do 2 things right now. I may leave it where it is and let y'all name the pups, or I may play just for a smidge bit longer. Not to make my video longer, of course not, I would never do that. But technically to give a feel for their personalities. So they're now 4 weeks old, and they'll be soon coming out of the den, or now be coming out of the den. And I'll need to feed them and protect them. You know the drill by now, so yeah. And I'll be raising them with Thorn, who's probably, yeah, he was in the den with them. My little pups. This is probably due to my terrible genetics decision, but it could also be random. But yeah, here we are. So Sundown 3M is currently like a dark brown, dark red brown maybe. See, Sundown 2F, it's a female. She's a lighter brown than the other 2. And Sundown 3M is the probably lightest, with a little bit of dark red texturing underneath them, probably the reddest. So yeah, here are the coat colors, and we might get around to possibly showing off their personality before we actually name them, just for a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go do that. Okay, we are back, and I just wanted to show off some of the interesting features of the pups. 3M is very, very, very playful. He actually has several toys now. A bone, a stick, and there was another branch over here, but I don't see it immediately. Let's see. Sundown 3M is the reddest. I think Sundown 2M is the darkest, and he's trying to get away right now. No. And Sundown 2F is the lightest of the 3. So this does mean there will be less options for naming because there's only 3 pups. So if you do mention several names in the comments, I may choose one from you and then another one from another person and then probably another from another person. Because I do want to be fair, but yeah, so we have 3 currently healthy pups. And they have their toys. I did turn up the graphics a bit, so this point on, let me know if there's any lagging. I do want to see a predator attack and how likely it is for them to go to the den and such. Just wanted to see the personalities, so yeah. I think I'm gonna leave this piece of territory because I always have to cross a river to get to it, and it's pretty annoying, I guess you could say. So I might just take that one instead. I don't necessarily have to cross a river to get to that one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place a bow first. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to go home. Alright, so they're in the den. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Thorn out on an expedition. I wanted to see how well my new mate hunts, as previously Bracken wasn't very, say he wasn't very good at hunting, but what? Okay, well, whatever. Teleporting Thorn there. Just a brief moment. Alright, we got some food we can bring back to our pups now. So that's good. Alright, so I'm back with my pups, and I'm just gonna go ahead and feed them real quick. Just so that they can be fully fed. They can't eat real meat yet, but that's okay. Just gonna take a look at my pup cam and just see how they're all doing. So Sundown 2M is the darkest again, and Sundown 3M is probably the reddest, and then we have Sundown 2 female, 2F. She's the oldest and she's the lightest of the 3 in coat color and texture. But 3M seems to be the most playful. 2M might be the most submissive, and I don't know, probably will be probably the best hunter of the group if I had to think about it, but I could be wrong. So yeah, these are my pups. I just wanted to show off some of the qualities. I will not stop recording though until I get at least, you know, just one predator to attack, because I want to see how the pups react to it. If they'll behave, if they'll go to the den like they're told. I don't really know. Ah, here we go. I was hoping that would happen. Predator attack. Come on guys, go in the den. Okay. Go in. There they come. Alright, they went in the den. It was a stranger wolf attack. Alright, so for the most part they were a bit obedient, but not exactly at first. Very interesting. I think this is probably where I'm gonna let off, so y'all can name the pups. Can't really see them very well right now. Keep teleporting for some reason. Can't really see them well right now, but in previously earlier in the video, you would have seen their coat colors and me describing them. So yeah, please leave a comment on which one with which name. Make sure you use their ID tags and then what name you should be wanting for them. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all later.